cars, the VW Golf R and this Honda Civic Type R, have got really good claims to being hot hatch royalty. That Golf R is maybe the best all-round hot hatch there's ever been, and this Civic Type R is the fastest front-wheel drive hot hatch there's ever been.
It's pretty mega, isn't it? Yeah. Hello. What's it like, mate? Go on.
Do you know what? It's really, really good. It's far and away the best Civic Type R ever. I think we now have to consider the car that came before this an engineering study. That's what that was all about. It was Honda's engineers learning as much as they could about building a very powerful front-wheel drive hot hatch, and they've applied all of that learning to this car.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Because they went through a phase of thinking they weren't going to do another Type R because the world had moved on and blah, blah, blah. Obviously realised everybody still wanted one. And like I say, that last car was only on sale for 2 years, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it was very one-dimensional. Is it fair to say this isn't?
Well, that's absolutely fair to say. This car was developed concurrently with the base Civic. So this platform, now with independent rear suspension, was always designed and intended to one day become a very powerful front-wheel drive hot hatch.
Yeah. You don't think it misses anything for not being four-wheel drive?
Absolutely not at all.
Yeah,
no,
okay.
I mean it's got good traction. It doesn't torque steer wildly.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be better off if it was four-wheel drive at all.
Yeah,
I don't think. I think it would just be heavier.
It does feel light and agile, doesn't it? And because of the double knuckle spring strut suspension, it doesn't feel like it's monstering the front tyres or torque steering around too. But well, at least not on the places I've driven it. What's it like on a fairly bumpy B road?
Okay,
like this?
so we've got a bit of bumpy road here. This car now has a comfort mode, as you all know. The previous model didn't, and it slackens off the dampers beautifully, and it just means that it's got this real plushness to the ride quality. It's like sitting on a bed of compressed air. It goes down the road beautifully. I'm actually going to pay it the biggest compliment that I can pay a car. It feels, when you're driving at good speed down a bumpy road, like a Porsche GT car.
That's pretty high praise, actually, isn't it?
2 litre, 4-cylinder turbocharged engine, 320 horsepower. It's got tons and tons of performance, but it's still quite a laggy engine. So you'll be in third gear at just under 3,000 RPM, put your foot down, and you can count to one before it really starts boosting.
Yeah, it does take a while to get going. Gearbox is good though, isn't it?
Gearbox is fantastic.
Yeah.
All Type Rs have got mega manual gear shifts, and this is no exception. It's really nice, actually. And yeah, the differential works really nicely. Actually, the differential's so good that it just becomes one of the devices that you can use to control the car. So you use the brakes to slow the car down, you use the engine to make it go quickly in a straight line, and you use the differential to drag you out of a corner. It's really, really satisfying, actually. And what I really like about this car is that it doesn't have any major foibles or any weird little quirks or traits that you have to learn to drive around. It's actually intuitive. You jump in and you can start driving it well and driving it fast straight away.
The interesting thing about that is because the Golf is, as we'll find out in a minute, is very much like that. Is this still, despite the fact that it's a great all-round car, is it still exciting as well?
I think it's mega exciting. I really do. I've been driving around in it all day, and I just think it's a huge amount of fun to pedal along a good road. It's quite a pointy chassis. It's really well controlled, really well sorted, and I just think it's huge fun to drive.
What's bad?
Okay, so there's a lot to like about this car, but we should address it, shouldn't we? Should we address it now?
Yeah, we might as well. We better get out of the way.
The way it looks.
I know. It's funny, isn't it? Honda engineers have told me that there's no scoops on it. There's no skirts and spoilers that are not essential. So all the vents, all the spoilers, everything, they all do something.
Which is something, at least.
Yeah, which is something.
At least they're not just there to look aggressive.
Yeah, but I'm like you, mate. I don't really know anybody who kind of likes the way this car looks.
Yeah, I can count on one finger the number of people that have told me they like how this car looks. Yeah. It's not a looker. Also, the cabin, if you're used to premium cars in any way, the cabin is going to be a letdown.
Yeah.
The infotainment is garbage. The navigation is just...
Yeah. Is there a worse one than that? I'm not sure there is.
I don't think there is, sadly. I don't think there is. Having said that, we now have a good driving position. The seat is much lower than it was in the previous car. We've still got these mega, really supportive seats. So in terms of the things that matter in a high-performance car, this cabin actually isn't bad at all.
All right, can I talk you through the Golf? And at some point, I suspect we'll agree which one we might prefer.
Yeah, let's have a look.
So welcome Dan to,
Thank
welcome
you.
you to my, well not mine, but you know, a borrowed Volkswagen Golf R.
Nice place.
Something, you know.
Nice place to sit as far as hot hatches go.
Try using that.
And this thing, the infotainment system, the nav, it all just works. It's intuitive.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's just, as they all are in all Volkswagen Group cars, you know, the ergonomics are sound, drivers are just brilliant, steering wheel goes exactly where you want, you can just sit on the deck, bring it out close.
Yeah.
It's just a hot hatchback, but first and foremost, it's a hatchback.
Yes.
Which offers it quite a lot.
In terms of design, this car and the Civic, they're polar opposites, really, aren't
totally.
they? This is very restrained and subtle, and that Civic is just wild.
Yeah, totally. And there are some big wheel options on this, and I just think, oh no, it's a bit much.
Yeah.
Actually, no, just keep it a tone lower. But it's also pretty quick, 300-ish horsepower.
Yeah.
This one is a DSG twin clutch.
Would you have the DSG or the manual?
I don't know, you know, I've driven 900 miles in a day with a manual, and it's fine, and it's a good manual as well, isn't it? It's quite snicky, it's quite sort of light and easy going. However, if I was driving one of these every day and my commute was like most commutes are, I think I'd probably have DSG.
I had a pre-facelift car for the best part of a year. I did a load of miles in it. It was a manual, and I actually concluded that I would have the DSG box. I think it just suits the nature of the car a little bit better.
Yeah, because it's not an engaging car. I don't want to use the word it's not exciting, because it kind of is in a way, isn't it? But it's not as in your face exciting as the Civic, is it? It's a different proposition. It's an everyday hot car
It works
rather
on
than
a deeper
special
level,
one.
doesn't it? Really?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, engine's good. Engine's strong, nice linear power delivery. There's a bit of lag, not loads. It makes an all right noise. They've got this little sort of sound composer at the bottom of the dashboard to just sort of help that on a bit. But it's not, you know, it's not a screaming engine or anything like that, is it? Really? It's four-wheel drive, which means it's got loads of traction. It's just kind of front-led until it wants to put power to the rear, isn't it?
So.
But it doesn't wait until it scrabbles anymore, does it? I think if you turn in and you're trailing the brakes into a corner, it preps the diff to put power to the back, which is pretty clever.
Yeah,
actually.
so you no longer sense that it's waiting for the front wheels to slip before it shunts anything back.
Yeah, exactly. So I think inevitably it adds a bit of weight. So it's less agile than even a Golf GTI, I think, but considerably less agile than the Civic.
Yeah.
And ultimately, most of the time, I wouldn't care that much.
I agree. So let's have a think. If you were going to do a track day, if you owned this car and you're going to do a track day in this car, I think you'd probably go once and discover that the car's actually not really cut out for track work. It's competent, but just not that exciting.
Yeah.
I think if you had the Civic, you'd go on track and just think, wow, it's fantastic, I'm going to do that again, and you keep doing it.
Yeah, I reckon you'd be really happy with one of these until you did a track day alongside somebody else. If you owned both, what do you reckon the ratio would be of days that you drove one versus days you drove the other? I reckon I might spend in a year pushing on 300 days a year driving these.
Agreed.
Rather than the Civic.
Yeah, I agree. But I think we both agree, don't we, that it's the better all-rounder.
Yeah.
It's the car that you would use most of the time. We also agree, though, that in terms of sheer excitement, in terms of thrill, that Civic has got an edge on this.
Yeah, it's really special, isn't it? It's a special car. And the Honda, no question, is the better driver's car. But I think this is the best car. Just maybe not the best driver's car.
And that probably makes it, overall, the best hot hatch that's currently on sale.
You could make an argument it's the best car in the world.
Do you know what? I'd actually go with that. I've written in the past that I think hot hatches are possibly the best genre of car going, just because they cover just about every base.
Yep.
And they're affordable.
Yeah, exactly. There's only so fast you can go on the road, isn't there? But, you know, you'll have a lot of fun in one of these. You go quickly, super reliable, or you know, perfectly fine to get into in December, just as it is in August. And all at 30 grand.
It's such a difficult car to criticise, it really is.